Hello, I'm here. Better start that timer though. Let me find the button. Did it work? Yes, it did. Hi! Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Good morning. It's a crisp 8 a.m. in the morning. Although it's not morning for me. It is maybe like late afternoon for me. When did I wake up? Oh jeez. When the heck did I wake up? I think I woke up around maybe 1 or 2 a.m. So if that's the case, I've only been awake for like 6 hours. Oh jeez. Well, you know, it's still morning, so yeah. Still technically morning. But yeah, happy weekend, everybody. Hope you had a great Friday night. Food. Yes, food. So I had some stuff that I wanted to do today. First, I wanted to potentially do some repo after stream. Love to play repo with you guys. I don't know if the time will work for everyone or not, but we'll see. Do I have a foot fetish? I don't, but I did pay money for this asset, so I'm getting my money's worth out of it. Imagine paying for something and then never using it. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. I realized at the start of the stream it's a little bit on the toastier side inside my apartment today. So I was like, oh, I'll just put on some shorts. But then I realized I'm not using my camera. I don't have to wear shorts. I don't have to wear shorts or pants. And you guys won't be able to see. This is one of the good things about being a VTuber. I'm hoping the throat is feeling a little bit better today, but maybe not sounding any better. Yeah, take advantage of it. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, repo after stream. Because I wanted to play some with you guys. It might be in like the afternoon though. Repo in the afternoon. And then we're gonna be reading Reddit stories. I've really been enjoying the Am I the Asshole Reddit subreddit. That has been a lot of fun. It says my viewers wear pants or shorts. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. You guys are legally not allowed to wear pants when you watch my stream. My the Asshole Reddit is crazy. There's some crazy stories out there. Really, really crazy stories. Some of them, I don't know if they're real, but others, you know. Hi, Ram, welcome in. Nice to meet you, I'm Yuchi. We do chill chatting ASMR, just really comfy vibes, you know what I mean? Sorry if my voice sounds disgusting. I'm sick, kind of. It's like season changing, so my throat is very Yeah. Well, hi, welcome guys. Hi, Rex and Curry Double. Hi, guys. Hi. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear about what I did this morning? So I woke up and I was like, what time is it? And it was either 1 or 2 a.m. Somewhere between there. So then I got up and I went over to my computer and I played some Honkai Star Rail. There's this new event that came out. It's really, really cute. There's like these little baby seals on floaties, and they basically do bumper cars. And it's a cute little mini game. I'll be honest, I was not very good at it. There was like a multiplayer. There was a multiplayer version of the game, and I only played 3 games, but I lost 2 out of 3. That's okay though. I wasn't really playing to win. It's really cute little seals. Really, really cute. One of the seals looked like Snoozy, so I sent a picture of the little seal to Snoozy. But one of the rewards was this little chimera. Really, really cute. And it's like a little pet that will walk around in the Honkai Star Rail world. It'll walk around with you, beside you. It's like a Pokemon. How some Pokemon will walk alongside their trainers. Yeah, it's like a little Pokemon. Very, very cute. And apparently, I looked it up on the internet. Chimeras are lions, goats, and dragon combination, I think. Very interesting. Maybe a distant relative of mine. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I know Chimera is also from Greek mythology. So, Capricorns, Chimeras, probably distant cousins. At least that goat part of us. Yeah. Yeah. So I played the mini game. That was a lot of fun. And I got the little Pokemon Chimera. And what else did I do? Oh, after that, I'm trying this new workout video from a creator that does Pilates. And I did these really, really good Pilates core workout videos, like 10 minutes long. It was hard, but it felt really good to do. I definitely felt my ab muscles being worked in there. A little bit sore, but doing okay. Oh, I'm gonna need to drink like a ton of water. I might have to make tea. Beep. 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 Okay. So yeah, I did my new workout. And it was a really good workout on my core. Better than the previous workouts I was doing, actually. Oh yeah, Frozen, I saw that. Thank you for getting that for me. That's really nice of you. Beep. Beep. Have fun at lake. Have fun. So yeah, new workout, very good. Canada is finally no longer going down to freezing temperatures. It's officially springtime. Officially, finally. We are finally free. It's still pretty cold out though. I think it's like maybe 1 to 10 Celsius. So, you know, it's above freezing, but it's still cold outside. Still cold outside. But it's alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then, after I played my Hellgeist Dial and I did my workout, I played some Marble Rivals this morning. I was taking a closer look at the new hero changes. Rocket Raccoon's healing and ultimate changes are actually really good. They're actually really good. I'm really happy about them. Cause Rocket's oh, it sounds gross. Rocket's direct healing is now 55 immediate heal on impact, that's really good. So he has a burst heal now, which is just his normal heal. I'm really happy about that. And his ultimate, I thought his ultimate was gonna be bad, where it gives you a certain amount of overhealth shield, and then that's it. You don't get any more. But if you're connected to the ultimate, it automatically restores the shield once you take damage. So you basically stay really healthy and strong. A few times I used it against a enemy Groot ult, and you know everybody gets into the Groot ult and everyone gets focus fired, but I put my ult down, literally saved us so many times. The overshield is actually really good. I don't even mind the 25%, the 40% to 25% damage boost. I don't even mind that much. Yeah. Carpe, hi, welcome. Spartan, good morning, hi. Deadpool and Marvel Rivals would be, yeah, that'd be really cool. I could definitely see Deadpool being in a future Marvel Rivals character. I wonder how they will fit him into the story, though. He isn't in it, not yet, but I think he's definitely planned on being in it at some point. Yeah. Zeko, welcome. Hi. Thank you for following. How about you guys? How long have you all been awake for, depending on your time zone? What was your day like? Anything fun and interesting happen? Those were the 3 main events that happened in my day so far. Honkai Star Rail, workout, Marvel Rivals. Oh, you just woke up. Oh, you also just woke up. Good morning then. Most of you guys just woke up. Gonna walk with the dog. That's nice. That is nice. Oh. Go to some mornings. I mean, it is the weekend, so I do expect people to sleep in a bit on the weekend compared to other days. Saturday is the ideal time to sleep in, yeah. Moriel, welcome. Thank you for following. I don't know how to pronounce the other person's name. Maybe like 6 year, maybe? Hi. Hello. It's been kind of windy outside. Should I finally change my Christmas background? Maybe I should finally change my Christmas background because it's not snowing anymore. I used it for this long because it was like snowing outside, but it is no longer snowing outside. So let's change the background. Easter. I don't know about that. Let's see. How's this? No more Christmas. Dramatic background change. Welcome to my other room. By the sea. My room by the sea or over the ocean. You see the ocean outside the windows? The background is so cozy, right? Yeah. It's a super cozy place here. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere beyond the sea. Somewhere down. I love that song. I love jazz. Anyways. Click, click. Click, click, click. Click, 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 click. I feel like I had something exciting to tell you, but I don't remember. I don't remember, sorry. I guess we can just read our amazing Reddit stories. Okay, let's see. It is Yuchi o'clock, it sure heck it is. Hello, Tubman, welcome. Alright, here we go, our Reddit, right here. Hello, welcome in. Alright, let me move myself into this location. Do we need to move this one at all? I'm blocking it a little bit. Oops. That's okay. This is fine. But hi, Alex. Welcome in. I'll make a funny emote. What kind of emote? A Yuchi o'clock? Yuchi time emote? Perhaps. Yuchi o'clock. Okay, so there's always new stories on this subreddit. Always. So here's one that was posted 13 hours ago. Okay. I've 14 female. Wow, you're so young. Wait, 14-year-old is posting on Reddit? Wow, I didn't even know 14-year-olds knew about Reddit. That's crazy. Yikes. That is a little concerning. I've been living with my aunt, my mom's sister. Yes, we know what an aunt is. Oh, mom's sister, not dad's. Okay, yeah. My aunt, since I was 8. It was originally because of an issue with her ex-boyfriend, and the CPS placed me with my aunt. Then she used to say she couldn't handle 4 kids as a single mom, so I had to stay with my aunt. Then we just didn't talk for a few years. Okay. My aunt has been trying to adopt me for years. We're finally able to try to get my mom's parental rights terminated because she didn't speak to any of us or send money or anything for 4 years. Wow. I really like living with my aunt. On Tuesdays, we go out to eat. She says we take turns. She says we take turns choosing the restaurant, but I get to choose almost every week. Damn. On Fridays, we order pizza and watch a movie and eat ice cream in our pajamas on the couch. Oh, that sounds like fun. When I started middle school, she started taking me to get my nails done. Oh, with her, so now we do that every other Saturday and at least once a month, sometimes during summers or school breaks, we get to visit her condo in the mountains. Wow! There's a little beach, and the past couple of years she's been letting me hang out with my friends or alone by the beach or downtown or at the pool or whenever, as long as I keep my location on my phone and I'm home by the time it gets dark. That is understandable. That's actually really smart. Like these new technologies. I didn't have this when I was a kid, but you can have location on. You can share your location with another device. I feel like that's really handy for kids, you know. So if your kid is out, you promise to have your location out at all times. If something bad were to happen, like if they were getting kidnapped or something, then you can see where they are and get the police and stuff. Yeah. Hi, next, hello. I'm reading Reddit stories. Yeah. Fun Reddit stories. But yeah, that's really smart. Um. Okay. Wait, I need to drink water. Yeah. I'm gonna have to drink a lot of water this stream, and I'll probably make tea at some point. And just after my mom got noticed, after my mom got noticed that her rights were going to be terminated, she got in contact with my aunt and started emailing my old email address saying she misses me and wants to see me. She sent me pictures of her new family, and she's sending my aunt money so she can say she's a part of my life and she's taking care of me. She obviously isn't. My aunt told me not to contact my mom yet and to let her take care of everything. I listened for a while, then my mom sent me a picture of a bed at her house with a bunch of shopping bags on it and said, "That's my bed, and she has presents for me, and she can't wait for me to come home." I emailed her back and told her that I don't want to live with her. I haven't seen her or talked to her in for 4 years, and I don't even know who half of the people in the pictures she sent are. Yeah. I also said that I really love living here and that if she fucks up my adoption, I'll never forgive her and I'll never speak to her after I turn 18. My mom called my aunt crying about what I said, and my aunt got mad at me because she told me not to contact my mom. Now I'm wondering if I was the asshole for contacting my mom when I wasn't supposed to and being rude to her. I would definitely say not the asshole. You know, I don't know what benefits the mom has for having parental, what is it, custody? Not custody, Parental rights? Yeah, parental rights. Beep. Beep. But yeah, I don't know what kind of parental rights benefits you have, maybe on taxes or something. You could say like, I have a kid, so I get more money back. I don't know. Perhaps. But, yeah. Poor kid. At least she has, her aunt to live with. You know? She has her aunt to live with. Sounds like she has a really nice family and stuff, so I would say not the asshole. Some kind of tax thing, yeah, probably. Depending, can written off on taxes, got it. Yeah, she's 14, she shouldn't have to deal with that. Exactly. Exactly. The mom started backtracking, being like, oh shit, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to, so I'll start now and try to start making up for it, because I need to write her off on my taxes for my own good, for my own selfishness. Yeesh. Yeah, so I think we can all agree not the asshole. Poor kid. But I'm glad she has a good place to stay and a nice family. Yeah. Hello, Isekai. Hello. Money. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, more. Yeah. I heard the laugh in my brain. The ark, 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 ark. Okay, am I the asshole for not bringing anything to my friend's potluck after she told me not to? Huh? Well, there's your answer right there. Your friend told you not to bring anything to your potluck. Huh? Okay. One of my close friends hosted a dinner at her place last weekend. She called it a potluck and sent a group text saying we should each bring a little something, drinks, snacks, whatever. It wasn't anything fancy, just casual. I asked her what I should bring and mentioned I'd be coming straight from work and I might be a little rushed. She replied that I didn't need to worry about it. She had plenty of food and just wanted me to come. So I didn't bring anything. I showed up, said hi to everyone, and honestly, the night was going fine. People brought stuff, a salad, some cupcakes, a couple bottles of wine. I was planning to just help clean up or do dishes since I didn't bring anything. And I figured she meant what she said. But later on, while people were complimenting the food, she made this offhand comment like, well, not everyone contributed, but we're still glad she showed up. What the fuck? Everyone laughed and it didn't seem super serious, but I felt my face get hot. Didn't know how to respond. What? That's so mean. Like embarrassing your friend in front of everyone else? What? I stayed polite and tried not to act weird about it, but I felt uncomfortable the rest of the night. On the way home, I kept thinking about it. I get that maybe she was a little annoyed, but she literally told me not to bring anything. And now I feel like she put me on blast in front of people for something I didn't even do wrong. Exactly, what? I haven't said anything to her yet because it feels small and I don't want to be dramatic, but I also can't shake the feeling that it wasn't fair. Am I the asshole? What the hell? Yeah, whip out the receipts and be like, look at our text message. No. Like, you cannot put me on blast here. That's so not okay. This person is stupid. Exactly, Sonak. Exactly. Literally, stand up, whip out the text, whip out the receipts, and say, actually, pushes up glasses, actually, you told me right here at 3 p.m. On this date, this time, you said, and I quote, I didn't need to worry about it. She had plenty of food and just wanted me to come. Mm-hmm. So, and then say, so actually, you told me that it was okay if I didn't bring anything, especially because I was coming straight from work. So the fact that you're putting me on blast is not okay. Who's the asshole now? Bitch asshole. Jesus. Because they lack personality to talk about anything else. Exactly. It also gives me, pick me. Do you guys know about pick me girls? By any chance? It gives me pick me girl vibes. Pick me girl. Meaning. Okay, so according to the Urban Dictionary, a pick me girl is a girl who seeks male validation by indirectly or directly insinuating that she is not like the other girls. How to tell if you are a pick me girl? Pick me girls are girls who desperately seek validation from men, often tearing down other girls to make herself look like the better option. They make their whole personality being not like other girls. They hate makeup, nails, everything. They love sports and video games. What causes a girl to be a pick-me girl? It often stems from a lack of self-confidence, limited sense of identity, immaturity, the media, and the cultural pressures to appeal to men and gain their validation. Interesting. I'm not like other girls because I'm a guy. You dated a pick-me girl? Really? Oh man, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry about that. Hi Chaos, welcome. Are there pick-me guys? I think there is. I don't remember the term. Term for pick-me girls. For guys? What is the male equivalent to pick-me girl? Reddit. No, you're not being helpful. Is there a male version of pick me girl? Slang term, da 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 da. Pick me boy. Tips. A pick me boy, according to Urban Dictionary, are types of guys that emotionally manipulate and gaslight girls by using self depreciation language in hopes of the girl contradicting them. I sees. I'm a girl who eats steak. Like, how crazy is that? uh, hmm. You telling me any girl that likes things that guys like, football, cars, and video games, over pick me girls? That make no sense. It's not about their interests, it's about their behavior. There's plenty of girls that like quote quote things that guys like, or more things that guys like. that are not pick-me girls. It's all about their behavior. No. Anyways, not the asshole. Yeah. Hi, Slowpoke, welcome. Manipulative dick. These are just things humans like, exactly. They are not limited to just male or female things. Not gendered. People are allowed to like whatever they're allowed to like. Whatever. No, quite a few of those. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they. No girls that act like boys. Usually that's the tomboy name. That's the label usually for girls who are more masculine. Or like present more masculine or act more masculine than feminine. Yeah, but pick me girls are specifically about their behavior. Specifically. Like trying to be better. I'm gonna look up a thing actually, because I'm curious. Pick me girl. TikToks, yes. Oh my god, the compilation. That's crazy. Look at this. That would rot my brain literally, right? Oh my god, my lord. Yeah, this is like one of the most obvious types of pick me girl behaviors. Let's see if there's another one. The pick me girl tries confronting the girl that's actually one of the guys. Because there's definitely some girls that are definitely have more guy friends over girlfriends, and doesn't make them pick me girls. You know, some people, they just vibe with different stuff, but it's crazy. Wow. Oh, hey, welcome in. Thank you for watching my autism and ADHD shorts. Yeah. I make them based on my own experiences in life. Man, there's a lot of experiences in life, let me tell you. Life be like that, yeah. Ouch, I know, right? Oh my god. Unlike other girls. So annoying. 4 hours of sleep curse? Yeah, the 4 hours of sleep curses. Terrible. Terrible. Oh. Oh. No. No. Oh, yeah, basically, also, when you are trying to be somebody or like fit into a community or a group of some sort, you should never have to say you are something. Basically, actions speak louder than words. So if someone were to ever say, like, I'm one of the guys, or sometimes some guys will say, I'm a nice guy, or, you know, like, pick me girls, I'm one of the guys kind of thing. It's like, or some people say, I'm a really nice person kind of thing. Like, just be nice. Okay, you're nice? Prove it. Let me see your behavior. Are you actually nice? You shouldn't have to say you're a nice person to prove you're a nice person. Actions speak louder than words. Anyways, moving on to the next story. What we got here? Am I the asshole for disagreeing that I shouldn't wear shorts because a girl finds me wearing them uncomfortable? Huh? What? I'm gonna drink more water. Hold on. I'm confused by the title. Okay, I am someone who always has been wearing shorts my whole life. I've always worn shorts every weather, going to the gym, going out, training, anything. So today my cousin messaged me and told me not to wear shorts tomorrow. We are all meeting up at her place, and I asked why. He told me that his girlfriend finds it uncomfortable that I wear shorts. I don't mind not wearing shorts as it's her house at the end of the day. Oh, I ended up messaging her asking to better understand her. She told me she personally has felt uncomfortable when I have worn shorts because of the positions I sit in. She said it shows my thighs and a bit more higher up, which I was like, what the heck? My shorts go up to my knees, but okay. She didn't know how to tell me, so told my cousin to tell me. She said she wanted to tell me from her perspective, but also said she's not looking there directly, but when seen by accident, she's had to look away. What the heck does this mean? My shorts go up to my knees, literally. Huh? I have worn shorts in front of her several times. I literally wear shorts all the time. I just found it so weird. This is weird. What? So I spoke to my other cousins. He said that if a girl said me wearing shorts makes her uncomfortable, I need to firm it and stop wearing shorts. I was like, what the fuck? He said, I'm not being a man. Wait, he said I'm not being a man, and if I made someone uncomfortable, I need to compromise. I said that it is not similar when a guy tells a girl not to wear a crop top, for example, and he ended up saying they were completely different, with crop tops being normalized for girls to show guys like it's natural. He told me to say sorry, I made her uncomfortable and all. Huh? I'm confused. He was saying that I am not being a man, and if I don't care that I made a girl uncomfortable and not willing to change, that he doesn't know what to say. I was honestly like so baffled as he just kept saying that I need to change and stop wearing shorts, just deal with it and stuff and say sorry. What? What? What does any of this... What? What do you think? Am I the asshole for completely disagreeing? I am happy to not wear shorts as it's her house end of the day, at the end of the day, but telling me not to wear shorts because you're uncomfortable is crazy. No, that's crazy. Why do I need to change what I wear to accommodate someone else? Am I being the asshole and arrogant here? This gives me vibes of like, do you guys know, in schools, especially in high schools, there's a student dress code? Like some girls are not allowed to wear spaghetti strap shirts, or they're not allowed to wear skirts that are too short. Or I know there's even some schools that don't allow girls to wear any types of shirts that show off their shoulders. It is crazy. I know, right? But you know, in that situation, the reason, or at least I remember back when I was in high school, a lot of students were fighting this, saying it wasn't fair or okay. People were saying like, no, the reason why they had these dress codes was the reason that the teachers said, the teacher said the reason why this dress code was in place was because it's distracting for boys. And yeah. What? Yeah. That's what they said. And so there's a lot of people in my high school that fought against that because, you know, you know. But, you know, oh my gosh, so scandalous. It is so scandalous to see a girl's shoulders on a girl's shoulders. Am I right, guys? Shoulders are so... they sure do look nice and they sure are distracting. I certainly cannot concentrate on my work. I don't know, I just find it to be a little bit ridiculous. Cause then the counter is guys are allowed to wear tank tops. So guys are allowed to wear tank tops and show their shoulders, but girls are not allowed to. And also, what about the students? I come from a very progressive area. Pretty progressive area. So we had a lot of students who were identifying as non-binary and stuff like that. So what about them? You know? It gets confusing. It gets confusing. I've seen a guy with no shirt in school. Yeah, I have too. I have seen guys walk around with no shirt in high school when I was back in high school. And I was like, is this not against dress code? If a girl were to walk around with no shirt, she would get expelled. But it's fine for guys. Really no shirt at all. Yeah, I think they're coming back from some kind of gym thing or something. I don't know. A girl wears skirts or not, especially at that age. Eh, I don't know. I mean, I don't run high school, so who am I really to say? I'm just a silly little VTuber on the internet. Am I right? Hmm. It's been a many years since I was in high school, anyways. Hmm. But anyways, it reminded me of this story. No, no, it reminded me of this story because it was about someone being uncomfortable of about somebody wearing a certain piece of clothing. Basically, I don't know, kind of weird. Kind of weird. Shorts of all clothing? Like, I understand. Let's say let's say this guy was wearing freaking booty shorts. I think I could understand her being uncomfortable. But I'm thinking, so this person said that he wears shorts that are down to his knees, right? Eh, eh. Shorts down to his knees. What's the problem? I don't see the problem. She's uncomfortable because she can see his thighs? Okay. Huh? What? That's what I'm saying. Why is she looking there anyways? Kinda weird. Hmm. A problem and the girls will license up. Mm-hmm. Nah, the story is weird. Weird, weird, weird. I don't think it's wrong to wear shorts, especially shorts that go down to your knees. Why is that a problem? Booty shorts slash daisy dukes, yes. There's an argument, but shorts, fancy dinner is an argument. This is nothing burger. I think it's also nothing burger. She got the ick. Who made it a problem? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She made a problem out of nothing. Exactly, exactly. Uh, anyways, just to let you guys know, the Twitch ads are automatically gonna play in a few seconds. I'm gonna take a health break because I am chronically ill, and I have a little bit of a cold too. So we'll take a little health break for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll read more stories. This one looks interesting. Am I the asshole for saying my boyfriend's friend can't visit us now that I'm pregnant? Hmm. Interested. Interested. Twitch ads don't go. It said they were gonna play a minute ago, but they're not here yet. If I keep complaining about it, they'll surely pop up. Oh, there they are. Okay, BRB, guys. back. Oh, my chair. My chair is so squeaky. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about that. I went over to Mochi and I picked him up and I gave him a few baby rocks. Rock him like a baby in my arms a bit. Not on his back, but just kind of pick him up and do the little gentle bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. He is baby. Anyways, we have this fantastic story to read about, am I the asshole for saying my boyfriend's friend can't visit us now that I'm pregnant? Me. You were gonna say you picked him up, did nothing but stare and then put him down. I would definitely do that. But not this time. Not this time. Okay, so my boyfriend has a friend who's currently doing the whole hashtag van lifing thing and living out of his van. The past several months, this friend has been coming by our house a couple days a week. Each time he's here, he stays around 10 to 12 hours to use the shower, kitchen, washing machine, and Wi-Fi. I've been unhappy with the lack of privacy and the extra work for quite a while, which my boyfriend is well aware of, but have been putting up with it because the friend is down on his luck and could use some help. Okay, whose fault is that though? Not yours, right? However, now that I'm pregnant, I'm ready for this situation to end. I want to be able to lay on the couch without pants. Not shove my giant tired boobs into a bra constantly. And talk about my private medical details with my partner without having to whisper about them in another room. I'm also just worn out in general, and the friend is generating so much extra work. He comes into our home after doing construction jobs and tracks in tons of dust and dirt. Every time he showers, he somehow leaves a thick coating of body hair all over the shower. I have to clean up before I can shower again. Ew. After he uses the washing machine, there's sticks and leaves and sand all over the laundry room. Not only does he hog the kitchen when I want to cook meals sometimes, but he also leaves all his dirty dishes for me to deal with afterwards. Oh no. Ideally, I'd have my boyfriend deal with the extra work since he's the one who's inviting the dude over. But with his busier work schedule, most of the household work falls to me. So to me, it's a no-brainer that the friend finds somewhere else to be for a couple months to give me some privacy and a break from the added work. However, when I brought this up to my boyfriend and told him it was time to set a boundary with his friend, he told me it was, first of all, a very awkward and weird thing to ask his friend, and secondly, a cruel and insensitive thing for me to request. Okay, valuing your friend over your pregnant girlfriend. Also, they're not married. Plus, he doesn't have to clean up after his friend. She does. He's willing to do so much for me, but at the same time is making it very clear he thinks I'm the monster for even asking him to do this. Is it actually reasonable for me to put a no visitors rule in place for a few months or not? They're not cleaning up after themselves and leaving a mess. Yeah, exactly. If I were in her position, I would say you're not allowed to use our facilities. You're not allowed to use our facilities if you're not going to clean up after yourself. This is not your house. This is our house. Yeah. Also, she's pregnant. It's public showers. I don't know if not every place has public showers. Tired boobs. Understandable. I mean, who the heck wants to wear a bra? Imagine, for those of you who don't have boobs, imagine you have boobs. You know, these really, I mean, depending on your genetics, they can be very large, or they can be kind of medium, they could be small, whatever. Imagine having boobs and having to wear a bra all the time. Like, come on. I try to not wear a bra as much as possible. Not that you needed to know that or anything. But, life is better without bras. Yeah. They don't fit your size anymore. Exactly. Yeah, when you're pregnant, your breasts get larger. Fellas, imagine living with your back at all times like a forced default. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why humanity normalized them. Probably for uh, uh, sanitary purposes. Probably for sanitary purposes. Probably for protection, warmth, sanitation. Yelp, 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 yelp. Anyways, definitely not the asshole in my book. Right, the story is pretty short and sweet. Am I the asshole for not giving my friend one of the freebies from my skincare order? So I ordered a bunch of stuff during a skincare sale, and they were doing this promo where if you spend over a certain amount, they give you 3 mystery gifts. I didn't know what they were gonna be, but I was excited because I've been broke and haven't treated myself in a while. And when the box came, I opened it with my friend there, and the gifts were actually kind of nice, question mark? A lip mask, a jade roller, ooh, jade roller's nice, and a little overnight cream I've been wanting to try. I was like, oh gee, cute, and set them aside with the rest of my stuff. Then my friend just casually picks up the lip mask and goes, oh, this is so nice. Thanks for saving this for me. What the fuck? Aww. I laughed because I thought she was joking, but she was literally putting it in her purse. I said, wait, no. I didn't say you can have that. She goes, okay, chill. It's just a freebie. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I told her, yeah, it was free, but it still came with my order. It's only free because they spent a certain amount. And I was kind of looking forward to using it. She got all weird and said I was being stingy. What the fuck? That if you didn't pay for it, it's not even a real gift. Okay, bitch, you didn't pay for it. What makes you think it's for you? Did the package come with your name on it? I don't think so. I didn't even know how to respond to that. I'm not mad, I just kind of feel awkward now. Like maybe I overreacted about something small, but also it was mine? What? What an asshole of a friend. Jeez. Hi, Hunter. Welcome. No. Yeah, not the asshole. Hi, Zion. Hi, welcome. If you didn't pay for it, it's not even a real gift. I think the friend is an asshole. Yo, what the heck? This friend is such an asshole. Taking something given to someone else just because it was free is wild and theft. Your friend's toxic side is showing. This would make me re-examine our whole association if that happened to me. Yeah, same. What else does she feel entitled to? What other ways does she play the innocent when she's the villain? That's what I was trying to say, but she acted like I was gatekeeping a free sample. Your free sample, not hers. You took it back, right? Opie says in another comment that she took it back. Good. Thank gosh. I was really hoping that she took it back. Jeez. Freaking hell. You got a pair of shoes at a buy one get one sale? I love these. You didn't even pay for them. Like, come on. People need better friends or partners. Yep. No, it was deleted. Sad. 15 minutes ago, damn. Am I the asshole for going out to eat when my husband is working late shifts? Well, this could go either way, so let's see. My husband and I work different shifts. I worked first shift and he works a late second shift. So we don't often eat dinner together because he leaves for work right before I get home and he gets home from work after I am asleep. We also have very different tastes in food. He has a more he has a more basic American food-based diet, and he also loves seafood. I love foods from other cultures, but I don't like seafood. Because of this, when we are home together, we cook different meals and eat it together. If I make something he likes, I'll ask if he wants some. If he makes something I like, he does the same. But we always eat together on our off days, whether it be eating out on a date or eating cooked food at home. We've been doing this for years and it's worked. But since we work different shifts, 5 to 6 days per week, I am eating dinner alone. I usually cook, but a couple times per month I will go out to a restaurant that serves food he doesn't like to have dinner. When we are talking later, I usually tell him how I had something from a restaurant and he asks how it was and I tell him, no biggie. Okay? Alright. The other day I was out trying a Peruvian restaurant recommended by a coworker. My husband and I had looked at the menu and he didn't see anything he was particularly looking forward to on it. So I added it to my list of places to go when he works. And I went that day. He got out of work early and called me and I told him where I was. And he got mad. What? Why did he get mad? I finished up and went home and he was upset and asked how long this has been going on for. I was confused because he knows I do this, but apparently he thought I did pickup or delivery. I tend to eat in because I don't want dishes at home. Understandable. He also can't really explain why. He also can't really explain why he is so mad. But it seems he's mad I'm out dining alone? ? I just go out, get food, and read while I wait and eat? then I come home. It's always food he won't like as well, so I go alone so I can have it. He hasn't been really talking to me since it happened. What? The conversations are short and cold, and it makes me feel like I did something wrong by doing this for years, and not specifying I eat in the restaurant to do it. He has never acted this way about anything else. He has always been very kind and willing to work through any issue we have. So I am not sure what's different with this. Am I the asshole for going out to eat alone and not specifying to my husband I ate at the restaurant? What? What? He also can't really explain why he is so mad. Huh? What? Hi Pax, hi. Hi Mexi, welcome. He's phrased it like she's cheating, right? I think it'd be different if she was going out to dinner with other men or something, but she's just going alone. He has doubts she might be cheating on him, and maybe he doesn't understand that go to a restaurant that is completely normal. He might be one of those people who are like, who think people who go to restaurants by themselves and eat by themselves is weird. Because there's some people who think it's weird in our society. Did you guys know that? Do any of you think it's weird to go to a restaurant by yourself and eat by yourself? I don't think it's weird. I feel like it's more of a normie thing, more than anything. Not at all, right? Like, let people just eat food they want, right? Eat the food that they like. What's the problem? Properly communicating your feelings is important. Sounds like he thinks she might be cheating, but he doesn't want to say it in case it jeopardizes. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Because he also can't really explain why he is so mad. People think it's weird, but if I am alone on vacation, what else am I gonna do, right? Let me eat my McDonald's fish. Exactly. Sometimes eating alone is nice, right? Yeah. I tend not to go out in general because I'm a very stay-at-home type of person, but if I were a little bit more adventurous, I wouldn't have a problem eating at the restaurant alone. Usually whenever I go to restaurants, I go with my friends. Because it's a social activity that I'd be comfortable doing with my friends. But I wouldn't have a problem eating by myself. But that's the thing, right? Explaining his feelings, like why does he feel this way? He can't really explain why. It sounds like either he thinks she's cheating or it's some kind of personal thing with him. I don't know. Skill issue. I like doing stuff alone to work on social anxieties. Yeah, that's understandable. Eating alone is just being weird feels like Seinfeld plotline. Seinfeld plotline, huh? He can't really explain why. It's just an excuse to not share his actual thoughts, which are thoughts of insecurity. She must be cheating on me. Yeah. I had the same thing. Let's see some of the comments. What do people say here? Going to a restaurant alone with a book sounds fantastic. I think so too. I know you're not the asshole, and I can't think of a single reason why this would bother your husband. Super weird. It is nice. Reading is peaceful and passes the time. Eat at the restaurant. The food is fresh and better. Yeah. Going to the restaurant also. I, I'm pretty picky eater, but having the food exactly when it's made, super fresh like that. I love that so much. Sometimes even getting delivery or takeout, it lessens the quality because it's less fresh. Because you have to wait to go home. Yeah, best one first, yeah. Having these problems when already married must be tough, yeah. And it seems like what they said that, he has always been very kind and willing to work through any issues we have. Maybe he's changed. People change, you know? Okay. I wonder if he considers it a bit of a date or experience and he is jealous. That could also be it. Maybe he is... It's possible, since I don't know these people personally, so I can't really say. We can only guess. But one of my guesses is perhaps he is jealous that he can't go to restaurants with his wife because of their different work schedules, and also they don't like the same food. You know, they don't like the same food, they have different work schedules, so they aren't able to go out often together. And maybe he is feeling resentment that he can't spend time with his wife and he wants to, but I don't understand why he would direct his anger at her. Maybe his friends are in his ear. Yeah, that could be it too. Yeah, somebody putting thoughts in his head. Yes, exactly. Hi, Frog. Hi, Anella. I can understand feeling left out. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But she's going alone. It's not like she's going with other people. What other comments I got here? I do the exact same thing all the time. Your husband feels some kind of way about it, but he can't articulate why he's mad. Therefore, there's nothing you can do about it. And to be honest, I would try not to worry about it and go about your day normally until he can figure out how he feels. And then sit down and talk with you. Not the asshole. Tell him when he figures himself out, you're available to talk. I wonder if he's not communicating why he's upset because he knows there's not really anything to be upset about, and he's just dragging it out until he can come up with something that feels valid. Or if he's truly upset about something and is using dining out as a reason to be angry. Massive overreaction, poor communication. Sounds like he doesn't really know why, or he isn't ready to. He's not ready to explain why. They both looked at the menu and he said he didn't look very excited. Yeah, he didn't find anything that he wanted to get. Yeah. Like, just because he didn't see anything he really wanted, it's possible that he still wanted to go. Maybe he wanted to try something new, try to be adventurous like her, and he wanted to go with her. But that comes down to communication, right? He could have said, I don't really see anything that I'd like, but I'd still like to go with you and maybe try something new. Or something like that. And then she wouldn't have put it on her list of restaurants to check out by herself. All comes down to communication. No. How dare my wife go out and eat when I am busy? Grr. Even though she's been doing it for years, and she tells me about it frequently. But I'm still upset about it. Okay, this one looks interesting. Am I the asshole for yelling at my aunt after she kept pressuring me to marry her son? Sweet Home Alabama? Are they cousins? Oh, I see. Okay. I'm 24 female from Pakistan. I am not too familiar with Pakistani culture and traditions, so I can't really say. I can't put any input because I am not educated about their culture. Magic, thank you for the recipe. Welcome back. Okay, 24 from Pakistan. Here, cousin marriages are common. Okay, cousin marriages are common, and my aunt keeps pressuring me to marry her son, 25 male, since I was a teen. This started in my teen years. My aunt would start making jokes such as, "You'd make a good daughter-in-law," or "You and her son's name would make a good couple," etc. I used to brush it off back then, ignore it, and such, hoping it would stop, but they never did. Instead, it started being more common. She started doing it every time we met, and I've shut her down politely every time, saying I'm not interested, and it won't ever happen. My mom knew how much it bothered me. She didn't want to disrespect her elders, so she kept quiet, and only spoke about it in private when my aunt messaged her. My mom told me to keep quiet and ignore because she won't let it happen. This is very uncomfortable, understandable. This whole thing gave my cousin some wrong ideas because he started messaging me in private saying things like, "We're getting married in the future, so why aren't you talking to me now?" Oh no. I just ghost him and ignore his messages. Just a couple years ago, I lost my temper at a family gathering after my aunt said, "You're all grown up now. When are you going to marry him? Our decision is final." Okay, what about her decision though? The strong feeling of ick and cringe just made me lash out. I yelled at my aunt, calling her stupid for not listening to me and not understanding what no means. I used mild swear words as well, and it was a whole heated argument. Oh no. To end the argument, my brother had to physically carry me out of the house, where I had a breakdown, and we all just left her house. My mom was hurt by this a lot, and I could feel the pain in her voice whenever we spoke about this. She said she just wishes I handled it differently. You can't keep ignoring things like this though. I know you want to respect your elders, but you're a mother. You have to think about your daughter here. How negatively this is affecting your own daughter? Can you really live with yourself? After this came to a series of unwanted toxicity and drama, my aunt yelled at my mom, making her look like a terrible person for letting that happen, and cut off all ties. Cut off all ties? I thought she wanted them to get married. What? Respect doesn't mean blind obedience. Exactly. Cut off all ties. She influenced mom's oldest sister and brother to do the same. My cousin got married to someone else and we found out about it through someone else. He got married and divorced just later that year. Oh, and somehow my aunt managed to practically blame me and Mom for that divorce, even though we played no part of it. Bro. My mom deals with her siblings often, and sometimes they drag her into dramas. I've seen her cry in her room alone because of this, and it makes me feel bad. I feel like I should have done better or done things differently for the sake of my mom. All this toxicity and drama would have been avoided if I did things differently. Let's do the comments. Comments say, not the asshole at all. Your aunt has some weird delusion that after you say no 100 times, you are still going to marry him. You are your own person and deserve respect. No one should be telling anyone who to marry. Heck, you don't even have to marry at all if you don't want to. Exactly. That is some wild stuff. Tails, thank you for the resub via tier 2. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. So sad that it's pretty common. Yeah, again, I'm not too familiar, but from what OP said, they said, cousin marriages are very common. They're lucky they didn't force her. Yeah, I would have assumed they would have been like, shut up, and then they would have made her marry her anyways. Oh man, that's scary. That's really scary. But also, imagine living like that, like when you're a teenager, all the way to being a young adult teenager to being all the way to young adult, being constantly told, you're gonna marry your cousin, 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 but you don't want to marry your cousin. You don't want to marry your cousin. And your mom also said that she wouldn't let it happen. Not the aunt, the actual mother. But how many years do you have to endure? How many years do you have to endure being told, you're gonna marry your cousin, you're gonna marry your cousin? I don't care if you say no, you're gonna marry your cousin. Like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine having to live with that. Leave the country. It's not simple. Yeah, leaving country and moving is really, really difficult. Not everybody has the money and stuff, and oh, Tails, don't even worry about it. Please make sure you have enough money for yourself, okay? You literally don't even need to resub if you don't have the money. Yeah, please take care of yourself. Only sub if you want to and if you have enough money for yourself. Hello. Hi, Vix. Hi. Hello. Neko, welcome. Datteba, hello. But yeah, wild story. Wild story. Did you really think anyone could persuade me that she's the still? She needs a hug, yeah. It is better cutting off ties from these folks, yeah. Yeah, toxic family members. Toxic family members. It's a real thing. Just because your family doesn't make their behaviors and the way they treat you okay. Alright, next story. Hydrating good. Right, this person says, am I the asshole for canceling my graduation party because my stepmom invited family? Oh wait, it's not safe for work. Never mind. Wait, what? How is that not safe for work? What about... what about this is not safe for work? Well, I can't show it on stream. Damn. Okay, next. Am I the asshole for reading a book about BDSM on a plane? Oh, Shelby, this is so funny. Okay. This doesn't have a BDSM. I mean, not safe for work tag. It's fine. Okay. So, the book is a psychology-focused look at BDSM. Lady I was sitting next to gave me an ugly look and told me I shouldn't be reading that stuff in public. I asked her what she meant, and she clarified that she meant sexual material. I told her it was a psychology book, not erotica, and that even if I was, she should mind her business. True. The cover was mostly black, but there's a man in a suit and a lady's legs with high heel on the cover. However, the cover overall is designed to be so dark that I have a hard time even seeing those images on the cover when I'm holding it up in front of my face. It's very subtle. The cover has a subtle understanding BDSM sexuality and communities. I feel as though I'm allowed to read whatever material I want on a plane, understandable, especially so because the intention of the book isn't to turn anyone on, right? It's purely educational. Like I said, it's a psychological study. It's not like I was breathing heavy or jacking off next to her. But maybe I'm wrong? No. Lady gotta mind your business. Literally, there's so many movies that you can watch on a plane that have sex scenes. I don't know what she's griping about. Like, I don't know how recently you guys have been on planes, but this was 18 hours ago, so this was recently. I went on a plane last year. There are tons of movies that you can watch during a flight. So many different categories. There's even horror movies that have gore. There's movies with violence. There's plenty of movies with sex scenes. So, I don't see what the problem is. So she could buy a copy. You can watch. Huh? I'm not familiar with that movie. Predator on a plane, which has. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's definitely body horror. I once watched the Jabba miniseries on a plane. Was legit concerned. Child was peeking between the seats. I would see some horrific imagery. Wait, what is this movie? This? Oh, where'd it go? No. Oh. Is the infinite catalog, so I guess whatever. Planes, replays blur public and private, but if you were reading actual smut, I think it would be interesting question about our property of plane, but you weren't, so yeah, not the asshole. The series about nuclear disaster on Ukraine. Oh, I see. Brutal scenes, understandable. Will contain a nuclear disaster. Wow. heroes then. They save people. Asshole. Okay, let's read this. Am I the asshole if my boyfriend made a meal and asked me how it was and I said fine? Oh. Okay. So my boyfriend made chicken breast with some white rice, a salad with garlic, and we had some pickles and beetroot on the side from jars. And we sit down and he says, "How is it?" I said, "Fine. There's nothing special. Everything tastes as it should." Okay. And he got upset and said he added extra garlic and the lettuce and soy sauce on the breast. We both said we couldn't taste that. And I said, I am not used to making comments about food like he is in his family. When we eat with his mother, everyone has to say something along the lines of, "How delicious. This is so tasty. Yum." At every meal. Everyone has to say this. That usually means the mom is... Oh my god, there's really loud cars outside. Anyways, from my experience, from things I have observed, from what I've observed is people's families who have to say or compliment a parent's food they give to the kids is... I don't know the word. I'm just gonna say toxic. Because I don't know what the word is. American tipping system. And it's not that the parents are directly saying you have to compliment my cooking. It's like an unspoken rule, if that makes sense. For me, there's like some socially unspoken rules that you know about or like people know about if they live in like a family cultural thing almost. Almost. But I know a mother. I have observed a mother make a meal, holiday meal for her kids, and all of them were like, "Wow, Mom, this is really good. Thank you so much," kind of thing. And when one of the siblings said it, the others follow. Just from my own observation. Just from my own observation. Usually there's something not exactly right. I don't know how to describe it. I don't even know if that's the right wording. But something's a little bit off, if that makes sense. And in my family, we probably find that behavior a bit fake. Yes. Find the behavior a bit fake. Yes, that explains it well. We just sit down and talk about other things, and if there was something new in the food, then that would be a normal question to ask how it was. So we got really upset because I should have just said, "It's great," or "It's good," instead of a normal, not very enthusiastic, "It's fine, everything tastes as it should." Then he proceeded to pick up his plate and left to eat in his office. I don't feel like partaking in a family tradition I don't feel is natural. I feel like I'm forced to say something I don't care about it or don't believe in. It's a chicken breast and white rice. I mean, am I the asshole for not making a bigger deal out of a simple meal? Is he overreacting? Or should I just have been fake and obliged to say, it's really tasty, every single fucking meal? I think... So this post got the asshole tag. I think it's fine if you don't want to continue a person's family tradition that you find to be very fake. He's kind of sensitive. Bad choice of words. Yes, exactly. I think it's a bad choice of words. Because it's fine if you don't want to do that tradition, but I think you also have to think about the time and effort somebody puts in to make food for somebody else. You know? It's not like a microwave meal where you put it in the microwave for a couple minutes and then it's like, ding, there you go, there's your dinner. You know? Considering the time and effort somebody puts in to try to make you a nice meal is also important. You know? Like, for example, let's say Ugu made me one of my favorite meals. I'm not gonna say to her, yeah, it tastes fine. Like, it tastes as it should taste. Like, that's not something I would say. I'd be like, wow, this is really good. Especially if it tastes the way it should taste, I'm gonna say it tastes good. Right? But also, she wouldn't be fishing for a compliment like that, like he said. Well, the way he said. What do you say? What did it? He asked if it was good. How? Yeah, he asked normal question to ask how it was. I might understand if her boyfriend felt hurt, but it's definitely in the wrong for responding like that. I think this is a combination of just a clash of traditions / the way they were raised kind of thing. Because it sounds like he's from a family where he's very used to getting compliments for putting in time and effort for somebody else, and she is used to not caring or giving a shit. But it sounds sarcastic. It does. So I think I don't know. I think both of them are kind of in the wrong. Like the way he acted, also the fact if he knew her well at all, which I feel like he should because they're boyfriend and girlfriend, he would know that she is not from a family like his family. Yeah, we also don't know how often he cooks as well. That is true. Like if he cooks every night versus if he just happened to cook this one night. If you get a lot of compliments, insults stand out. If you get a lot of insults, compliments stand out. But yeah, I think this is a combination of just a clash of two different types of people interacting. Yeah. I don't think they're wrong though. I don't think Reddit is wrong for saying she was an asshole, because I think the way she responded was very asshole-y. The way she responded was kind of like how an asshole would respond. But also, he's overreacting as well. Like I said before, it's a clash. It's a clash. Next story we have. Am I the asshole for not quitting OnlyFans after my family found out and asked me to stop? ¿Por qué no los dos? Exactly. Exactamente. Damn it. It got removed. Grr. Wait, this is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna read just the beginning of it because I saw the last about and I was like, that's crazy. I am 21 female. Started on OnlyFans a few months ago. I live alone, work 2 part-time jobs. I'm trying to finish school. Rent, groceries, and books all add up. Oh yeah, they do. I was constantly under pressure and honestly, OnlyFans helped me. My content is nothing wild, like it's chill, but it pays, and when it pays well and I can take a breath now. I never planned on telling my family about it. They're super old-fashioned, conservative religious, and all that they think about, and all that they think even showing a little skin is inappropriate. I kept it to myself. Last month, my older brother somehow found out my page. Still don't know how he found it. So basically, her older brother watches OnlyFans and found her. What else is there to say? What else is there to say about that? He told my parents and everything blew up. Oh no. Older bro submitted to the devil. Yikers. Is this one? Wait, what is WIBTA? The asshole. WIB. Would I be? Got it. Would I be the asshole? Took me a minute. What was bro doing watching his sister? Sweet home Alabama. Older brother. Going to OnlyFans is okay, but his sister posting content is not. See, the double standards, guys. The double standards. Anyways, would I be the asshole if I cut off my wife's mocktails? Huh? Huh? You think he got mad because of her biases? Oh no. Thought this was ASMR. This is ASMR. ASMR episode of Reddit is dangerous. This is Reddit ASMR. Okay. Would I be the asshole if I cut off my wife's mocktails? I've always enjoyed cooking. My wife, coincidentally, doesn't. So, I usually prepare our meals from scratch. This has also applied to our beverages, alcoholic at first, and mocktails once our kid was born. I don't really miss the alcohol so much as the fruity, creative drinks that can be made at home. So mocktails when we're alone, and normal drinks for me when people come over. And a mocktail for my wife. Thing is, she has started to drink less and less. which is totally fine. But she still insists on me making mocktails, full of expensive syrups and herbs, dried fruit and whatnot, for her that go almost completely untouched once it hits the table. Huh. This has been going on for more than a year, and it burns me out that I'm essentially throwing expensive stuff directly to the sink, which I pay for or make. She keeps insisting on having mocktails, and when confronted about it, says, "I'm a slow drinker. You know that about me." And shrugs it off, saying she's not obligated to finish her drinks. This is making me mad. This is making me mad. She's asking me to brew ginger beer from scratch, dry green apples by Eldon at Edelweiss, or amaretto syrups, and once the mocktail is served, hours go by and it goes warm and turns into mush. I'm contemplating stopping serving her altogether or making her buy the expensive stuff, but it seems like an asshole move. Is it? Should I be the asshole to cut off my wife? Edit. Holy crap, this exploded. Let me clarify. Number 1. I'd say we host people over... I'd say we host people once or twice a month, but she also asks for mocktails when we're alone, maybe 2 times a week. Number 2, mocktails don't have alcohol. I'm not trying to make her an alcoholic. That's not... Reddit people are so dumb. Guys, it's called mocktail for a reason. Mock, not cock. No cock. Mock. No cock. Mocktail. Mock, as in mocking. Fucking dumb. This is not about me controlling her. I just equate feeling appreciated for the work with consuming the product of that said. Just replace the word mocktail with dinner if that helps. Number 4, yes, smaller glasses would work. No cock. No cock. No. No cock. No cock, guys. So no head. No head. Anyways. Yes, cock. No cock. Guys, no cock right now, okay? Anyways. I don't think he's the asshole. Reason being, the wife doesn't even drink them. She doesn't even drink them, and then they just up wasting it. If she drank them and wasn't wasting it, he would be dramatic. He is this dramatic? I don't know. I'm also very careful when it comes to spending on expensive things. Yeah. I'm careful when spending on expensive things. If I'm gonna buy something expensive, I'm gonna want to use it, and I need my money's worth out of it. This is the reason why my feet are on the table. You guys see my feet? You see the feet? This costs me money to buy, so I'm gonna fucking use it. If I buy something, I'm gonna use it. So, to buy something expensive and then have it tossed out down the drain, and she barely drinks any of it, maybe like 1 or 2 sips, it's wasteful. It's wasteful, and their money is literally going down the drain. Plus, her husband is not some kind of bar. It's already enough that he cooks all their meals. Thank you for staring at the feet. I appreciate it. It's one thing if she got like 3 of them on the table untouched. It's another if she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't even finish it. For not wait. She's kind of the asshole for not only wasting things but wanting him to start home prepping base ingredients from scratch. Yeah, they're gonna go to waste. It's wasteful. I don't know. Since she doesn't buy the ingredients or make it herself, I don't know if she really understands how much waste she's making and how much uh, 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 money they're wasting from their savings. Yeah. I broke out to drink a flat soda, right? Exactly. Right? I paid for it, so I'm gonna drink it. But the thing is, she's not the one paying for it. She's not the one paying for it, and she's not making it, so she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. She thinks it's like going to a bar and getting free drinks. And it's like, it doesn't matter if I finish them or not. But she not understand. I say no the asshole. Stress. Possibly she thinks they're way cheaper. Am I yawning? It was more of a stretch than a yawn. Yeah, it was more of a stretch than a yawn. Pausers. I'm gonna pause. Nudie sent me something. Silence. I must look. I am perceiving. I am perceiving. I am perceiving. Sheesh. Wow. Unga bunga. Unga bunga moment. Brain. Ah. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see these things. It looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. I'm excited. You guys might actually be able to see her working on it next week. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what her timeline is. I don't know if she's. I think she was planning to work on it on stream. So, Tails, can you give Nudie a shout out really quick if people aren't following her? If we want to go follow her. if you guys want to go follow Nitty, I think she will work on the piece in maybe the next week or so. I'm not sure. She plans on it eventually. He just cute. Looking forward to see what she is cooking. June? Question mark? June will be the 2.0 debut, but this is for the spicy body pillow. Eee. Spicy body pillow. Slurp, 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 slurp. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. The one? The spicy body pillow. But yes, everybody who's new, I'm debuting a new VTuber model on June 14th of this year. So it's in a couple months. I'm very excited for it to be happen. Since it means, yeah. Coming this summer, yeah. Coming this summer. Eep. I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to see my model been moving and stuff. Feckle Papa is currently working very hard on the rig. Oh, I'm so excited. Ah. I think Feckle Papa is currently working on the eye movements. Cause he messaged me about it last week. Oh man, it's gonna be so cute. Anyways. Oh, I forgot to actually take my break. Sorry about that. Okay. I I actually have to go take a health break, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry about that, guys. BRB. BRB. I am back, hydrated and rested. Thank you for waiting. Thank you. Are you guys ready to read more stories? I freaking love these. These stories are so fun to read. Hello, Sia, welcome. This one has a lock on it. What does that mean? Locked post? Am I the asshole for not being empathetic enough to my friend after she abandoned me in the city I don't know well? Means you can't comment, okay. I had a chain of bubbles just come up my throat and pop. Sometimes it happens when you drink water. I sure do love being sick. You guys wouldn't mind if I cough on your face, right? We're making it out anyways. Before I get into the story, here's a bit of background. I, 18 female, and my ex-best friend, 19 female, were long-distance friends for 5 years. I grew up in a big suburban area and she's from a small rural town. She lacked experience with certain situations and many times I warned her about something, she ignored me. Then came crying to me when it played out exactly how it said it would. This happened at least 5 times. I see. She was also extremely difficult to communicate with, barely responded to texts and calls, and while she wanted to be considered my best friend, she was never there when I needed her. Yet, whenever she was struggling, I still tried to help, even though I struggle with emotional support over the phone, and always apologize for not being the best at it. At one point, I had to take a break from the friendship. I was emotionally drained from being dismissed and constantly blamed. I know I'm not perfect, and I can be difficult when I'm upset, but I really tried. Can you really call someone a friend who emotionally drains you? Can you really call someone like that a friend? Sounds like she's using you. You don't get anything in return except being emotionally drained. But what do I know, right? It's not like I'm 18 anymore, so most 18-year-olds don't know any better. This situation happened when I visited her at her dorm. She now lives closer for university. She had started ignoring me even more and was partying a lot, drinking almost every night, even on school nights. I asked to hang out and she agreed, so I went to her dorm to stay over. I made it clear I didn't want to go to a party due to my anxiety and because I didn't want to babysit her. She's a lightweight and gets very drunk. We hung out during the day, but when we got back to her dorm, she started getting ready for the party anyway. I got ready too, just in case, but told her I wasn't feeling well and didn't want to go. She said she'd stay, but left anyway, of course. She came back drunk. An hour and a half later, I asked her to stay with me. She refused and left again. She did this 2 more times, each time bringing back strangers, knowing I'm uncomfortable around new people. At 1:30 a.m., she came back so drunk she could barely speak. I didn't want her walking the halls like that, so I went with her to the party. just to keep her safe. She completely ignored me at the party, left me alone in a room full of strangers for 30 minutes, then finally came back so I could get into the dorm. I begged her to stay. She promised she'd be back in 10 minutes. She came back 3 hours later at 5 a.m., loudly bringing in another friend and waking me up. God, I hate college students. God, I hate college students. When I was in college and when I was staying in my dorm, I had a really, really good roommate because she did a lot of she did a lot of community events for the college and was very responsible. I don't think she ever went to parties. And you guys know me, I stayed in my dorm for the whole semester and barely left. I barely left. Uh, so, so we got along very well because, we kind of keep to ourselves. We're both very respectful to one another, kind of thing. She even once, she made some food with her family over break and she brought some back. She even offered some to me, which is really nice. I tried a little bit, but I am not very good at trying new foods. Anyways, there's plenty of college students around my dorm who would like go out to parties, and there'd be cars showing up at the front of the building at 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, loud blasting music, people shouting and screaming at each other. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I hate college students. The next day, I told her I needed to catch the train around 12:30. She insisted we leave at 12. I told her I'd miss it, but she dragged her feet and I did miss it. She was apologetic, but I was hurt. After that, I started matching her energy with messaging and distancing myself emotionally, as you should. Eventually, I confronted her about the night. I kept it respectful and focused on this one situation, but she brushed it off with, "I was drunk. That's not an excuse." Like that excused anything. Then she brought up random things from her past, like saying I wasn't compassionate when her grandma had chemo. I checked in every day asking how she and her grandma were doing. I found it incredibly inappropriate that she weaponized her grandma's illness in a totally unrelated argument. I agree. I said it was disrespectful. She responded by saying I lack understanding, accountability, and empathy. She is reflecting herself. She is reflecting herself. And that being friends with me was draining. She's literally reflecting who she is onto this person. So am I the asshole? What the hell? Yeah, looks like all the comments were locked. But no. This person's friend is such an asshole. Oh, this is an update to another one. Am I also for telling my kids mom that my kid's mom? What? My kid's mom. That her husband can't have my kids while she's deployed? I'm not gonna read that. That's too confusing for my brain. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to take public transport? Let's see, shall we? She is having her themed dinner and dance, and I offered to drive her to the location in town. I told her I'll pick her up at 5:30 p.m. because any later I'll be stuck in the peak hour traffic jam on the way back home. And she should take the public transport instead if she wants to leave later. The public transport takes at most 30 minutes with about 5 to 10 minutes of walking. Comes 5:20 p.m., she said that she needed more time for makeup and preparation, and she was finally ready around 5:40. I told her to take the public transport instead, and she was upset. Girlfriend is habitually late and said that being a few minutes late is no big deal. And as a couple, I should demonstrate my love for her by waiting. Okay. Alright. Even if I have to wait in the traffic jam for an hour on the way home after dropping her off when the journey was actually usually 20 minutes. She had to take off some dress items and put them back on at the D&D because it is embarrassing for her. On the public transport, am I the asshole? I think this is very... I have two answers here. One of them, if she has ADHD, I wouldn't consider her to be the asshole because I know how difficult it is to be timely when you have ADHD. You lose track of time, you get distracted by other things, and you can't control it. Because it's a literal neurological disability. If she does not have ADHD and she's just very irresponsible with time, then she is 100% the asshole. I still understand if I have plans that I need. Yeah, exactly. Punctual. Exactly. Because, especially when it's not your, when it's not, it's, you're relying on somebody else to drive you to this thing. You need to be considerate of this other person's time. Because guess what? The world does not revolve around you. It does not. So you have to be considerate of this other person's time and understand that being in traffic jam sucks. It sucks. Right? They can last for hours, and sometimes you just want to go home and rest. Man. So she was 10 minutes late. I don't think he's the asshole here. I always take public transport because I don't have a car. Tails, cars are expensive. Cars are very, very expensive. They're like a lot of responsibility. If you live in a place where you have public transport, I would prefer to take public transport over owning a car. Personally. But there's a lot of places, especially in Canada, where if you don't live in the big city, you need a car because everything is very rural. The farm fields are everywhere. Even back in the US, I lived in a very rural place where there was also a lot of farm fields. Lots of farm fields. Yeah. I wish there was good public transport. But if there isn't, yeah. Mentally, not emotionally. Cool, Kendall, welcome. Hello. But if I'm going to London, I park outside London. Yeah, driving. I can imagine driving in London. That'd be crazy. My parents have driven through all of the big major cities in the Northeast. Boston, New York City, Manhattan, maybe Hartford, Connecticut. There's also a city in Rhode Island. I forget what it's called, but it's really big. And the ones in New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, lots of big city. But yeah. Driving in New York City is, oh my god, whoa, oh my god. Yeah, Boston and New York and in Jersey, yeah, all those places. I'm walking here. Exactly. Slam your hand on slam your hand on the roof. No, what is the front part? The roof of the car? No, the roof is the top. The front of the car. What is the front of the car called? Slam your hand on the front of the car. I'm walking here. Get out of the road, asshole. The hood. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome back. Congratulations on being nourished. Proud of you. But yeah. The reason my parents know how to drive in big cities is because they grew up in New York. So they learned how to drive in New York. So they're pretty experienced. The big city, yeah. Big city. Driving is hard. I don't think I'd be able to do it. Driving in big city and stuff. Eh. Am I the asshole for semi-invalidating my friend's feelings? Huh? Driving is nice traffic as hell. True. Am I the asshole for semi-invalidating my friend's feelings? The pass rate for driving exams depend mostly on the driver density. London's the lowest pass rate. Scottish Highlands are the highest. Interesting. Interesting. I sees. Okay, we had an event where we need to cook, just like in a restaurant. It needs to have manager, head cook, maintenance, etc. My friend specifically chose to be the head cook, saying she knows how to do this and that. And they chose me to be the manager. We let her. Then on to the day of event. Of course she's the one to cook. We had an agreement wherein she will cook in her house, settled. The morning of the event she handed us the food, and it was a lot, okay? Yeah. Then later on, that friend of mine and another friend of mine was talking. The other friend was complaining, I'm so tired. They were so dependable on me. Everything they needed to do, I do it. Then my friend suddenly said, huh? Basically translated to, I do all the hard work in the group. So I was like taken aback. And I said to her, we all did labor. It's not like you did it all. Again, basically translating to, oh, this is a different language. While you were cooking at your house, we built up the canopy, but did design and everything except cooking. She was offended because I saw it in her eyes. But later on, I saw her talking to one of my closest friends. She's practically backstabbing me, saying that I was invalidating her feelings in labor. How did I know? My closest friend told me, and I was like, why do you need to tell her that? Why not say it directly to me? So that we can address your issue. Please tell me, am I in the wrong? Am I the asshole? Is this Japanese? Ano, pa ako? It sounds kind of Japanese. It's be a Chakla. I didn't completely understand this story, not gonna lie. Well, I kind of did, but basically, everyone was working as a team, and the friend who was doing the cooking thought they were doing all the work, but the other people of the group were doing other types of work. Setting up a canopy and doing mass food prep like you're working in a restaurant are the same thing. I mean, I don't, they didn't explain really all of the type of work they did. I don't really know, because setting up a canopy is one thing, but what other things did you do? Person wanted more attention for making the food? Maybe. That could be it. I don't know, I don't completely understand like all of the details of the story. Oh, okay, here we got another one. Am I the asshole for not letting my roommates boyfriend use my car even though it made him miss a job interview? My roommate's boyfriend. Huh. So I, 25 female, share an apartment with my roommate, Jess, 24 female. We generally get along okay, but she started dating this guy Kyle a few months ago, and he's been around constantly. He doesn't live here officially, but he's here 5 to 6 nights a week, eating our food, uses our stuff, never really contributes to anything. It's annoying, but I've tolerated it to keep the peace. I own a car, which I use for work, errands, and occasionally weekend trips. Just doesn't have a car, neither does Kyle. Last week, Kyle asked me very last minute if he could borrow my car to drive to a job interview. I asked a few questions. Where was it? How far is it? How long he'd need it? And it turned out he needed it during the time I'd already told Jess I had a doctor's appointment across town. I said sorry, but I need it and I couldn't change my appointment. He got pissed and said I was being selfish and ruining his shot at a better life. Just backed him up, saying I could Uber to the doctor. Okay, well, so could he, couldn't he? Because his interview was more important than my health checkup? I said no, I'm not comfortable lending my car to someone I barely know, especially not for a time I already needed it. I don't owe him that. They both sulked and gave me the cold shoulder for days. Kyle apparently missed the interview because he couldn't find a ride. Uber. What? What? Huh? What? Not blaming me for ruining his future? How long ago was this posted? 7 days ago. Chat. My lovely, wonderful bongos. Do you guys know how terrible the job market is right now? Do you know how many people apply to hundreds, maybe even thousands of jobs, and they don't even get a single interview? Nobody is hiring. They say they're hiring, but they're not hiring. If this guy is delusional to think that he would get a job based on one single interview, he's stupid. Stupid. 10 years experience minimum. It's just a ghost hiring. But it's very naive. It's very naive and stupid to think just because you have a job interview means you got the job. No, it doesn't. Just because you have an interview does not mean you are immediately hired. I don't know how old this guy is. She didn't say how old Kyle was, but Jess is 24. I feel a little bad because I could have changed my appointment if I really wanted to, but also it's my car, my schedule, and I don't think I should have to upend my plans for someone who doesn't even live here. He doesn't live at their house, but he is using them to basically live at their house. He uses all their stuff. He doesn't contribute anything. Hell no. Certified proctologist. Why couldn't he take the Uber? That's what we said. We literally said that. Why couldn't he take the Uber to the interview? He should have secured transportation when he set the interview date and time. Couldn't he call a car rental place and rent a car for the day? Enterprise will even bring a car to you. Well, they used to offer that. I don't know if they still do. But let's say you did lend him your car and he goes to the interview and goes well and he's hired. How is he going to get to work every day? Would it then be your fault if he can't take your car to get to work every day? Literally, this person's onto something. You are right not to lend it. What if he got into an accident and totaled it? Yeah. Can he afford to replace it? No. He needs to get a vehicle and then go to interview. Yep. Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck you. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one looks a little bit spicy. Okay, let me say your name right. Menokusori, I think. Thank you for the prime. Thank you. Welcome into Bango the King. Also, hi Penny. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Most of the time, I understand interviews are designed to companies know what not to look for. Yep. Okay, this one. Am I the asshole for refusing to be my sister's bridesmaid because she chose ugly friends to make herself look better? Is this pick me girl alert? Wee woo. We got ourselves a pick me girl here. My sister, 27 female, is getting married and asked me, 24 female, to be one of her bridesmaids. I was excited until I found out who the rest of the bridal party was. Every single one of them is someone she's either not that close to or has made fun of before for being awkward or not photogenic. Some of her actual best friends, the ones who she sees all the time, weren't even asked. It felt weird, so I asked her why she picked this group. She kind of laughed and said, "You'll understand when it's your wedding. You don't want people who will outshine you in your own pictures." I just stared at her. I asked, "So you picked them because you think they'll make you look better?" She rolled her eyes and said, "It's not that deep. I just want to feel confident that day. And I'm allowed to be a little selfish for my wedding." That rubbed me the wrong way. I told her I didn't want to be part of a bridal party built on tearing other people down, even subtly, and that she should have picked people she actually cares about. Now she's just calling me judgmental and sensitive, and our mom says I'm being too idealistic and should just support her. The mom is stupid, but I feel like going along with it makes me complicit. Oh my god. Not only is the mom not stepping in and being like, "Hey, that's wrong," that says that tells me enough of how the mother raised her child. Jesus. Ugh. Isn't the point of getting a fancy dress? Yes. The point of weddings is the bride has a fancy white dress and all of the bridesmaids have different color dresses, so the bride stands out particular. That's just yikes. This is so yikes. That is so yikes. I am allowed to be a little selfish for my wedding. That's not being selfish, that's being icky. That's being icky and a terrible person. Yeah, I'm allowed to be a terrible person for my wedding. Oh, come on. Come on. It's supposed to be who you care about. Yeah, exactly. Like bridesmaids, you're supposed to choose your best friends or siblings that you're like really close to and stuff. Wedding planning changes people. Oh, I couldn't bear. I couldn't bear to be around people like that. Ugh. Super petty? No, yeah. Really whack people, you know? Some people are just real whack. Okay. Here's another one. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend it's weird that he would rather stay at a party than drive us back home? Blink, 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 blink. Blink. My boyfriend, 26 male, and I, 25 female, live together in the city, and we're planning on going out to the suburbs with two of our friends and another friend's birthday party. It's about an hour 15 minutes of a drive for us. The plan was for me to drive there and for him to drive back since we share a car. And that way he can drink in the beginning of the night and I could drink later on in the evening. Oh, that's really good planning. We ended up staying pretty late in the suburbs till around 3 a.m. and I didn't get home until 4:30 a.m. On the drive home, he mentioned how he wished he could have stayed there longer since he was meeting people and having a good time. But since me and my other friend from the city were tired, he had to leave since he was driving. I told him that I was pretty sure the host and his girlfriend were tired, so they probably wouldn't have wanted us to stay super late. They were staying super late. But he said that wasn't true because I guess the host asked us to stay longer when we decided to go, which I thought was just a formality, but I guess I don't know for sure. During the conversation, he said he wished I could have driven home and he could have stayed, spent the night. What? wished I could have driven home and he could have stayed, spent the night literally on the floor because the host and his girlfriend were going to be in the one bedroom and someone else was already planning on taking the couch and took the train back in the morning. I thought this was absurd because he was already tired when driving home. So really, how much later would he really have been awake at the host's house anyway? So I told him that would be weird if he stayed and I left, especially so late at night. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly why he felt upset by him saying this, but I guess I just feel like since we're a couple, we made a plan to come home to our house together and for him to drive. I feel upset that he would have been okay with me just driving back in the middle of the night all the way back to the city. Of course, this was a hypothetical situation, but it still made me feel upset. Understandable? He said that it would be selfish of me to feel that way because if I was having a good time somewhere, he wouldn't force me to go home with him just because he wanted to go home. And he didn't mind going home himself. While I agree with that if we were just visiting some friends in the city, I feel like if the roles were reversed and we were in the suburbs and it was such a long drive in the middle of the night, I would obviously go home with him if he was tired, even if I wanted to stay. The whole situation just made me feel like he didn't care about me or my well being and safety. I don't know, am I being sensitive when overthinking this? Wow. Wow. There was another couple that carpooled is being completely ignored. Yes, exactly. Like, aren't they also bringing them home too? This is a big wall of text indeed. Um, I kind of agree that it would also make me feel like he wouldn't care about me or my well-being and safety. Also because um also because um being a being a woman alone late at night in the city or anywhere, usually in the city is it's not safe, which yeah, it's dangerous. I feel like some people like this guy maybe don't really understand that because he himself isn't a woman who has ever been in a situation where he could be in danger of being kidnapped or taken advantage of, etc. Do you know what I mean? When you never have to when you never have to worry about that kind of thing, it it's yeah, if you don't have to worry about it, it's not something you will learn. um I think it personally for this couple, I think it'd be better if they could discuss it a little bit more, go into more detail with each other. Because I definitely think maybe OP might be overthinking it a little bit. but you could avoid overthinking it by discussing it together more and communicating. An extra hour of hanging out, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's not a woman with tired boobs. Hello, Deku, welcome. Yeah, communication is key, exactly. Wanna go home? You wanna go home? We go home. You wanna go to the dark alley up here, right? Yeah, exactly. Um. There's been plenty of times when I visited my sister who lives in the Big Apple, New York City. New York City, baby. There's been times where we've wanted to go out kind of later and hang out, but she lives in a relatively pretty safe neighborhood. But it's still important to not be alone. And also, we are both very small Asian women. Well, we were girls at the time. We were not women at the time. So, very small Asian girls. Even if you have each other, it still can be dangerous. Being out too late at night, dangerous. Important to be home usually at least before midnight. Beep. But sounds like these people need to communicate a little bit better and be clear with each other. Beep. Anywhere can be dangerous. Exactly. Yes. For sure. Driving home drunk and tired isn't a good idea. Yeah, that's true. Also, assuming that they were following the plan of he drank when they got there, then she drank at night. It's also asking her to do something illegal and dangerous. Assuming that I assume that they didn't drink so much that they'd be drunk, but definitely tipsy at least. It wouldn't have been safe for her to be drinking and driving, because that's kind of illegal and a danger to yourself and everybody else who might be on the road. Yeah. But yeah, good stories today, guys. Good, interesting, exciting stories. I have enjoyed them. Oh, my feet. My feet. My feet. Was anyone the asshole today? There is one post that was marked to be the asshole, but I didn't think. I thought the way they responded was an asshole, but I didn't think they were 100% the asshole, if that makes sense. Mochi feet time! Yay! Given there's the end of the last one, yeah, I've been reading them for like almost 3 hours. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. All my social links are in chat if you'd like to follow me on my socials. I'll stream again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna work out. Gonna work out tomorrow so you guys get the thigh cam. I had this idea, I think I said this last stream, but if I were to get a 3D VTuber model, it would be so cool to do actual workout streams on stream where you can see me working out. And then, I mean, I guess if you want to work out with me, you can work out with me, kind of thing, you know? Do you know those 80s home workout videos? It'd be like that. Yuchi home workout video. Yeah. Aquabatics, yeah. That would be really cool. Yeah, but anyways, we were planning to play. We were planning to play Repo, modded Repo in Discord sometime today. If you wanna come play, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. I will ping the gamer goat role for whenever we start playing. Would it be body tracking? Um yeah, it would be body tracking because my friend has body tracking stuff, so I would steal it from her since she never uses it. I would steal it from her in a nice way, but she wouldn't mind. She already said she wouldn't mind. Okay, yeah. See you guys tomorrow for a stream. Thanks for hanging with me. Thank you. Hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time zone you may be in. We'll see you tomorrow, normal time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's when streams start. Yeah. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye bye.